Hmm. Hey, now, yeah. You see me well?
Can't hear me. Okay. What's that?
Do you see me?
Yes. Do you see me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I see you. Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Okay. I'm
think
good.
everyone now sees.
Okay.
Okay, now is working. Yeah.
How you been? How you been, Anakin?
Uh, tired. I
No?
don't know. I don't know why, but
Oh,
how
you
about
look great. You look
how
good.
about you? People thought that I was having imaginary conversation because they didn't hear you.
That YouTube connection thing doesn't always work for me either.
Yeah, this is probably the first time happening. You know what happened? I also invited Reno, and Reno said that he is in the gym. And I said, okay. So I did one-on-one because on YouTube you cannot do more than two people. And then he said, oh, Engin, can I join from gym? And I said, it's too late because there was only 5 minutes. And I said, I already started. And now I did the Zoom. So I also uh, send him the link.
Oh, that's great. That's
Yeah.
great. I've never spoken to Reno. Did you know that?
You're joking, man.
I send him messages and stuff. Like I've
You never
talked to him.
seen him at the East Versus Fest? You never met each other at the East Versus?
No,
Wow, that's interesting. So in the events that he was, you were not. And in the events that you were, he was not.
I've
That's
missed him.
interesting.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan of Reno, but
Mm-hmm.
I've never actually met Reno, shook his hand. No,
Oh,
not no.
that's interesting.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah,
very
he's got a big
interesting.
match. He's got a big match coming up.
Yeah, yeah. That is interesting match. Like I really need to talk with the referees and make sure that both sides keep the shoulders at their side, and otherwise I don't want them to hit their head to
Oh,
each other.
speak of the devil,
He
Re-
came. Hey,
young
Reno.
Can you
superstar.
hear me?
What's up?
Can you hear
What's up,
me?
Reno? Hey,
Can you guys hear me? Is it okay?
I
Yeah,
got you. Yeah.
yeah.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
Hi, Engin. Thank you for inviting me, by the way. Hi,
What a
Jody.
superstar this kid is, right?
I'm in
Right?
the gym right now,
Oh, good for you. Good for you.
Yeah,
preparing a little bit for Sagov,
Yeah.
getting ready.
Wow. Wow. What a match. What a match.
Yeah, yeah.
20 years old on your way to the 115 kilo world title, huh?
Yeah, it's always funny to me when I think about like it's my third time on East West and I already got a second
two,
title match.
two, two,
So
two title shots.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
So
listen,
that's
it is not because somebody is giving you favor. You are just going and winning the buff. So
yeah, yeah. I understand, I understand. But it's always cool to think about that. I just want
yeah,
to get this tripod so I can maybe be seen a little bit better.
yeah.
So so we're on the same card then, Reno. Your
Finally,
Yeah, yeah.
opponent. Yeah.
Finally, I was at East versus West 12, but you were quite busy with
Uh,
everything that you were, doing. So unfortunately, we didn't have a chance to speak. But this time, I hope we will.
yeah. Yeah. I'd love
yeah.
it. Yeah, your name comes out of our mouths around here a lot. Yeah. We're
That's
following
that's
following you.
crazy for me to hear. It was something that I was just recently, dreaming about and only thinking that it's never gonna happen. But here we are. you know, it's a dream come true.
I'll tell
Um,
you.
if like during the training or something, if Leonidas would get injured, Reno was ready to replace him.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, yeah, no problem.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I asked him, like, would you replace if something would happen? And he said it would be very unfair to Devon, before his
Yeah, yeah,
before
yeah,
before
yeah.
Petrenko match.
Right?
And yeah, he said that you wouldn't want him to he wouldn't want you to have a left arm injury, so it would affect your training with right arm.
That would just make me stronger.
Yeah, you would have to get another tattoo of a
Yeah.
rhino on your left
Yeah.
arm. Do
Maybe.
you
Maybe.
want me
But
do you want me to hold my phone like vertical or like this?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
With
I mean the sideway.
like this? This is okay? Okay, let me
yeah.
just set it up.
But I will tell you something, Devon. For left arm, stylistically, Reno would be a good opponent for you because
I see that.
you are master of taking hand, and he doesn't really care if he has it or not.
I see that. I see that. Yeah. Well, I think if things keep going the way they're going, there's a collision set for us, I'm sure.
Yes.
There's a chance. There's a chance that I'm the 105 kilo guy, and there's a chance that you're the 115 kilo guy.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's gonna
And
be a good
is
Oh
chance.
yeah,
is
yeah,
There's
this
a
is
good
this good?
chance.
This looks
yes.
good. Nice.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, I would definitely come up and say hello. Definitely. Before you get way too strong. You at 20 is probably you better than you at 23.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the future holds, but I would definitely like to have the match earlier as well than later.
Yes, yes. You wouldn't want to beat a really old Devon.
Yeah, old and frail, weak Devon is not really something
Yeah,
I would like
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah.
go against.
I might still have a lot of miles in me. I might. It might not be the end. I might still
I'm
be
sure I'm sure it isn't.
Might
You
not
got a
be.
lot more in you than we would ever expect, I think.
We will see. We will see. But already in my mind, I thought you have a hard match, but it's a world title match, and you might win it. You might win it.
I I will win it.
Beautiful,
That's
beautiful.
good. That's good mindset. Yeah.
Well, I
Listen,
think the way you're
even if you
training there,
lose,
I
what's
think
that
that's a
now?
good move against Sagoff. I think you're gonna need all that. I think you're gonna need it.
Yeah, yeah. I know,
Yeah.
I know. I This is the first time that I actually adjusted my training program ever to anyone. But I adjusted just slightly, and it's not something that I will only be doing now. It's the change will be permanent. So it's just an improvement on a side pressure exercise that I'm doing. But yeah, it's first time that somebody actually made me change my program and think about it a little bit differently.
I couldn't believe Sagoff grabbing Chance Shaw so low, even round one. Boom.
I
He's
kind of
very
I kind of expected that, honestly. Just stylistically, I immediately kind of figured that Chance is going to like suit Sagov's style, inside puller, and he can really get in super tight with his shoulder. I don't understand how he does that. It's a mystery to me, but I immediately knew that Chance is going to lose that match as soon as I
Usually
saw it.
people who goes inside is good for chance, you know. Until now, Todd tried that. He lost his wrist and everything. He had a long match. Zurab tried, it didn't work. Arabuli beat him, but Arabuli had to beat him with the dead wrist. But usually, it is very, very hard to get a chance inside.
Yeah, but I think the difference is these guys were trying to hook him, right?
Yeah,
And
he's pressing.
except Arabuli, yeah. And this was a press. There's a difference here, I think.
Press, but he also curled with his wrist. He wasn't like this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, basically, he first hook him and then press him.
Yes, yes, yes. He goes inside, and then I don't know. I When I watched some of his matches on AMC, it was incredible. I mean, he's super strong. I mean, it's going to be definitely tough, but I think I have something planned, so we'll see how it will work out.
It will be a very, very tough match for both of you. Both of you. Devon, how would you rank East versus West 15 card from 10?
10, 11.
Seriously. 11.
How do you get better than 9 world title matches?
And all of them well deserved matches, you know. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
this is incredible. You know what? I made a little video the other day, and I feel like I've made this video over and over. I feel like this is the third or fourth time I've made the video. Arm wrestling is incredible right now. It's incredible. Look at this event. Look at this event. And look at how things become more and more clear. Like the champions
Yes.
and the guys who were
Yes.
chasing that is more and
Yes. That was the vision, my friend. That was the goal. I hated on social media for like 20 years. Everyone is saying this guy is the best, this guy is, and they never meet each other. All those imaginary polls, and now we know who is where, and
yeah.
that is all I really wanted. Yeah, there are two super chats. Um, like if I compete again, Devon, where do you think I should compete? 85 kilo or 77 kilo? I'm not 92 kilo. I'm not that good about the water cut that you are doing. I never tried that one.
I think everybody wants to see you at 85, but I think that
I don't.
on this,
It is impossible to beat Samusha there.
really hard. It's really
Mm.
hard. To beat Samusha right now is all the champions they all
Well,
look so incredible to me. Like from Levon to Samusha, everybody in between. I mean, and I feel like even the women's champions are starting to, really stand out. I was saying, I think it might be harder to beat Barbora than it is to beat Levon. It might be.
Yeah, but Barbora is just like one of those, like that comes like once in every 30 years or something type of girl.
Right. Yeah, we have great champions now. Great champions in East versus West.
Yeah, everything is going well. Everything. And what do you guys think that what is the toughest category in your opinion?
Now that 85 kilo class with Samusha is insane. It's crazy. Like for me, like look at whoever, like all the classes are hard. 85 Samusha is tough. I mean, he's got 11. Is it no 10? This will be his 10th, right?
Yeah. I mean, I
That's
organized 50-50 in events, and this is Samusha's 11th match. 11th. He is pulling 11 times in 15 times total.
Oh my God.
That's hard. That's hard to argue with. You know, when a guy's defending his title 10 times, you know, that's a lot of dominance. That means he's gone through 10 guys who we thought could maybe beat him.
Nine times. One time he lost Pauline, but it was different category. Paul was heavier, yeah.
There's no safe space. There's no
I will
safe
tell you something. Yesterday I watched you with at Neil's program. You said that this time will be even easier against Myro. Just mark my word. I don't know who's gonna win, but it will be very, very, very hard match. Just mark my words. You will be there and just you will watch the match. It will be very hard. I'm not saying Myro will win. I'm not saying Samusha is gonna win, but that match will be very, very hard.
You know, and you're probably right. But what I've seen is I've seen Samusha kind of, okay, he's the champion of class. All right, it's 85 kilo. And here's another opponent. Here's another opponent. Here's another opponent. And I feel like the opponents have gotten harder and harder. Like the thing with Sasho, I feel like that was like a pinnacle. Like the match with him and Sasho, for one, it was such an incredible match, such an incredible test against such a clear champion. Like Sasho Andreev, like everybody knows, like this guy is probably he's a total champion. And to win that war, to win that battle.
Devon, the details are very important. Sasho is incredible in side pressure, and his wrist very hard to top roll. But his wrist is not like really crashing and dominating the pronator with the only wrist. It is more like side pressure, and he's crashing. This guy Myro, he curves your pronator like till the end. And in my opinion, the only way to beat Samusha is having super control over his pronator. That is the only way. You take his wrist, you leave his pronator, he's gonna beat you that way, this way, in every way. The only way is just to make his pronator totally dominated. And this guy, do you remember his match with Adam Orzinski? I'm not comparing Adam with David, but just if you remember, he is really controlling the pronator. So this will be very hard match. That guy last time had only 2 months training after 5 years. And the last match that he won 5 years ago was he was first. Second place was Bojidar. Third was Plemen. Fourth was Irakli Zrakashvili. And fifth was Vladislav Krasovskis. So he beat all of them. Left arm, he lost only against Oleg Zok. But in the same event, Oleg Zok beat Andrei Pushkar. So it was like really pinnacle Oleg, yeah. What do you think about Myro, Reno?
I hadn't had the chance to really look at some of his matches, but I mean, just looking at him physically, he looks absolutely incredible. I mean, his forearm is absolutely huge, and his hands and wrist as well. So
Did you see his practice video with Leonidas?
no, I did not.
You
I did
didn't?
not see that video. No.
In the
Did
Swiss Open
I,
with left arm? No? Okay.
and who won? Who won?
There is a super chat. Arm wrestling Bitola. Devon, is Auden coming with you? Can we buy T-shirts at hotel?
As far as buying T-shirts, you can buy King of the Table T-shirts.
Yeah, yeah. And Auden is of course coming because he has a super match.
Yeah, on versus Korean Hulk is going to be incredible. I can't wait.
Okay. Dino says greetings from Croatia. Reno, Engin, and Devon. Greetings to Croatia. Yeah. And Reno, what did you think about the card, full card of the East West 15? Did you like
Awesome.
it?
Yes,
Awesome.
yes, incredible. Yeah, as soon as I saw when it was just being announced, and as soon as I saw the like teaser for Muratov against Ivan, I
Yeah.
knew the card is going to be, killer. It's going to be sick.
Yeah.
That match has interested me for so long. I was very interested in it, and just that match alone makes the card so super interesting to me. Let alone like having all of these other matches. I think this is definitely one of the best, if not the best, cards of East versus
Yeah.
West so far,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. And what's your favorite match? My favorite match is Gennady versus Michael. I mean, for some reason, it is not a title match, and it just makes the event even more beautiful. Even the non-title matches is Gennady
Are
versus
incredible.
Michael and Larratt versus Cesarano. Like these are like not world title matches, and look at the level, just like
Yes,
yeah.
yes, incredible. Honestly, my favorite match is, as I said, Muratov against Ivan. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I was hanging out with the Gennady when we were at Worlds in
Moldova.
Chisinau. Yeah,
Yeah.
in Moldova, and he looked pretty good. But I don't know how he looked before. But I don't know. I think that Michael might have a better shot at beating Gennady this time than ever before. I don't know if he recovered fully from his, injury. I just don't think he's the same Gennady that he was before, prior to the injury.
Yeah,
I
but
think
he's still a little bit more than 2 months.
yes, I understand. But
Mhm.
when we were in Moldova, he looked, a little bit smaller than
Mhm.
he used to look.
Mhm.
That's why I have like Michael for the favorite in my head. I think Michael has a great shot at beating Gennady this time.
Mhm. There is a super chat for you. Dino is asking, would Reno pull Alijan at 105?
Oh, at 105, maybe I would, but
You prefer 115?
yeah, 115 would be a lot better for me, honestly. 105 cutting to that weight is kind of difficult for me. I'm finding it difficult to keep my weight under 120 kilos, let alone, cutting to 105. So 115 would be a lot better. And I definitely need more time to even, start thinking about Alijan. For me, he's just
Mhm.
super, super strong, kind of scary strong,
Yeah. Did you see the video today Alijan shared? Is it real? He went on the scale, it was like 120.
Yeah, I saw that.
He's
And
probably playing with us. I don't think he can be 120.
I don't know. I don't know either,
No.
It's crazy for me to think about him being so heavy. His like normal weight is 105, 110
Yeah.
maximum.
Well,
So
sometimes even 103 kilo and 120 is
yeah,
too heavy.
this
Yeah.
could be definitely some kind of a prank.
Arm wrestling Bitola says, I meant for East vs West 15. Can't wait to meet you, Devon Engin. Oh, okay. He's gonna meet you at the. No, I don't think Alden is coming. I think Jody is coming with Devon.
Yeah, East versus West 15, probably just Jody. Probably
Yeah,
just Jody.
yeah. That is interesting. Devon, you right now don't have the East versus West super heavyweight title, but you have won 3 title matches there, right? You beat Hermes, you beat Dennis, and you beat Georgi Svetko. So you are one of those 3 title belt holder, not holder, the owner permanently. And you also won 115 kilo against Brudnik. And even like you don't do this at the same time, if you win 105, then you will be a person that is like winning three East versus West world categories, in world titles in three different categories. So I will tell you my opinion. It's not because I'm the organizer of the East versus West, but the world title, professional world title, has never been this heavy. You understand that title being because the level of the event and all the East and West being in the same league and doing this in three different categories. It doesn't have to be in the same time. It's a really big thing to do. Big thing to do. But can you? Can
Yeah,
you?
I think so.
You
I'm pretty
think?
sure. Yeah, I think so. I got a ton of respect for Oleg Petrenko's abilities. I think he's a fantastic arm wrestler. I think he's super strong. I think he's, you know, uh, Pushkar's student. I think he arm wrestles wonderfully, but I do think that I'm the favorite. I do. I think that I'm gonna cause him a lot of problems. I don't think it's gonna be an easy match, and I think that he may be able to control center initially, but I think that his best performances are going to come early, and by the end, I should have better control. I think that I will be perfect come the 2nd of June, of November. I'll be perfect. Uh, yeah, I think that everything will come together wonderfully. I took some really much needed time off to repair and kind of hit bottom and get healthy, and now I'm climbing in my strength, in my dedication, and my target is set, it's fixed, and I think that I will probably destroy him that day. I think I'll probably
Do
destroy him.
you realize that he didn't show any weakness with the endurance lately? Like Dadikyan beat Todd Hutchings even from some kind of losing position. And at the end, his endurance was better, I mean, because he ended up beating him 4 times. And
Cannon
so,
Petrenko?
no. I mean, Dadikyan beat Todd Hutchings. You
Right.
understand? In a match that
Yeah.
they stopped, and in a match that actually Todd took him here,
True.
and Dadikyan's endurance was good enough to win that super match. It was not
Right.
like a quick pin. And then same Petrenko kind of exhausted
You think
Dadikyan.
he
I mean,
from what I understand, it was early in the game where he did some heavy damage to him. Like
but by the last round, the match stopped at the center, and then
yeah,
it was. But listen, like the damage was earlier, but the last round the match stopped, and then it stopped here, and still he ended up winning. Also, Ongarbev 4 rounds, or he could not stop him. Ongarbev known to be someone with good endurance as well. So like, are we sure? Are we sure that Petrenko will gas out against you?
I think it's very likely. Very likely. I think that most likely my style will give him problems. I think that he's going to have a hard time keeping his wrist integrity. And I think that he will be forced into just worse positions. And during our exchange with him, hopefully he can get a worse position than me. Slowly I'll be able to drain his strength, and then by the end it'll seem like I'm a lot stronger than he is, but the truth is that he will be just fatigued, and that'll come in the early rounds. In the early rounds I'll do a lot of damage to him, damage to his wrist, damage to his elbow as he tries to pin out a position. I don't think he will be able to maintain the pieces that he needs to beat me 4 times. I don't think he will.
You are right now, after the close, we discount 117 kilo, and you will be 105 kilo. And are you telling me that you are not going to lose anything at all while you're losing the weight?
The thing is right now I'm getting stronger. and I'm trying not to gain weight. So I'll try and stay this weight and get stronger. And I think I should be able to do that. When I get into a build up for a match, normally I just kind of slowly get stronger until the match happens. And I have enough fat that I don't think I need to eat like a crazy person. I'll kind of just stay at this level. The water cut is going to be challenging. That is going to be a challenging water cut. Will I lose a little bit of strength? Maybe a bit, but not enough. Not enough.
I don't know. What do you think, Reno?
I definitely agree with Devon. It's hard for me to imagine, honestly, Oleg not getting gassed out, even if Devon might lose maybe the first 1 or 2 rounds. He will get fatigued extremely fast. And I mean, he did show very good endurance in his Dedikian match. In his match against Dedikian, and even against Muratov on his left hand. That was incredible. I mean, he's the only one that actually put the brakes on Muratov, and it looked like the match was kind of even. But I don't think I think if he loses his wrist and gets pumped up a little bit too fast, which he definitely will, there's no chance. I'm afraid that he will definitely be gassed out by the end of it and lose.
And Reno, if you beat Devon, and then he comes to 115 to if you beat Stago and get the title, and if Devon challenges you, what is your chance against him?
Oof. Well, I'm not sure.
Do you think that your flop is exactly what fits? Because he goes like this, open arm top row, and then you love doing that?
I'm not sure. I think because of my versatility, I think I would have a better shot at beating him on the right hand. But I don't know. I think my chances are right now not so great, but in the future probably a little bit better.
When you say better than Petrenko or better than Devon's chance against you?
I think better than Petrenko's.
Okay, what chance Petrenko has?
Petrenko, you mean kind of I don't know. Percentage
30, 40, 50?
I think it's 70-30 or something like that. 65-35 for Devon, 65.
35-35. And yours?
I think mine would be a little bit closer, maybe 40, 60, 45, 55, something like that. For Devon, of course.
Yeah. Dino sent a super chat. He says Reno needs to stop eating javapi, and he would be he would beat Devon.
Oh my God, that's a good point. But it's super hard to stop eating javapi because they are simply irresistible. They're too good. They're a great source of protein.
There is a question for DB Talks. Devon, if John Berzing stood up in the crowd and on the microphone said, Devon, show everyone here why I believe you are the best. Make me proud. Would you have beat Levan in the rematch? You are saying that you wish that was that easy, huh?
Yeah. That's a funny question. That's if John Brzezinski ever does that, probably gonna squeeze out a little bit more, but man, it's tough to do against Levon.
Yeah, but listen, I will tell you something. What were you, like 122 kilo maybe? Maybe like 260? Like yeah. I mean, being 122 kilo, being that close to heavyweight, and then pulling in super heavyweight against someone who is 50, 55 kilo heavier, that round one, you did good job. I mean, I think you did very well. I mean, it is not that easy, man. That the guy is really huge guy, really big guy.
The guy is the best guy.
Some people talk, oh, there should be a weight limit. Why is this? There is a weight limit. There is heavyweight if you want to pull, but if you want to say on this earth nobody can beat me, then you cannot complain about the opponent's weight. That guy is a human, right? And then lives on the earth, right? So if you want to say no one can beat me, you can complain about the weight, Yeah. Anyways, okay, let's talk. Let's start about the king of the table next week. These matches are very, very interesting. Very interesting. And Do you know the guys, Kacper?
I've seen him. I've seen video. He looks incredible. He looks great. Looks perfect. Yeah.
And do you know Nedalin, Hristo, Reno? Do you know these guys?
Yeah, I do.
And what do you think? I know Devon knows them, but I'm not sure if Devon really follow them deeply. But
I don't follow him super close. What I've
yeah,
seen from the Polish guy is he's
yeah,
great. Yeah.
yeah.
He's really, really good.
Mm-hmm. And what are your opinion? Do you guys know enough to have opinion?
All I know really is the Polish guy, and he looks really good. So I don't know a lot about the other guy, but this guy looks freaking phenomenal. So I don't know.
Yeah, kind of the same as Devon. Honestly, I haven't really followed them super closely, but they both look really good. I think it's going to be a close match.
Yeah. And let me ask the other one that I'm sure that Devon will give us some very objective opinion about Alden and Korean Hulk.
I can't wait.
Objective.
Really, I can't wait. A lot of people are like, Devin, you're hand picking your opponents. You're making this easy for Auden.
No,
I don't.
no, 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 no,
I
no,
mean,
no, no.
I,
That
as a
guy is not
father,
easy.
I feel a little bit bad. I've really thrown him in with I think a very hard opponent, strong guy, lots of experience. Auden does have some structural advantages. His hand's going to be bigger. He's going to be taller, but that's about it. That's about it. The rest,
Technical advantage, endurance, and there are more, I think.
yeah, probably technical. I think Auden's a very good technician. Very, very good.
And he pulls all day, I think if somehow he stops the match, I think he will also have a good chance to exhaust the opponent or not.
I don't know. I don't know. It's the physical side of things, I'm not so sure about. Like physically, I have a feeling Korean Hulk is very, very strong. I think that there might be a lot of things that indicate he's tremendously strong. So if the match stops, Auden's going to have to be very smart. He's going to have to fight very hard. He's going to have to work and play it very intelligently. I think if he just sticks in a spot, he could get in some serious problems. I don't know. Really, all I can say is that Auden has worked very hard. He's worked very hard, and I think that he's going to be in fantastic shape. So
tell us objectively, not from the heart, but from the mind. Give us some percentage. Can you do that as a father?
No,
like,
I can't.
could you tell us if you think that Korean Hulk had the higher percentage of winning? Do you think you could say this?
It's very hard. In my position, this is very hard to do. I have to fully support Auden. I'm aware that this match has its challenges. And the thing that's interesting for me is I feel like Korean Hulk is super pissed. Like I think he's very upset. Like
About what?
About Auden. Auden's funny, right? Auden is kind of poking him a little bit, just doing funny stuff on Instagram. And Korean Hulk has stopped replying to me, stopped replying to Auden. I know he sees the things, you can see seen, but he doesn't reply. So I think Auden at one point said he was going to rip his arm off, and that was it. No more communication.
So he's coming Dubai to destroy Auden in his head.
I think so. I think that that's what happened. I think that everything was cool, and then Auden, pushing it a little bit, trying to build some excitement. I think he probably upset him, and now I think that the guy is, he's a bit mad, and I think that that'll actually work in Auden's favor because I don't think Auden has a problem with fighting. I really don't think he does. I mean, so we'll see. That's the match obviously that I'm going there for. Like I'm going to corner and watch and support Auden. My match is hilarious. I'm gonna kill Leonidas. There's nothing the guy can do to me, like nothing at all. So I'm just there to enjoy really Auden, really.
And Reno, what do you think shortly about this match? We need to cover the other ones as well.
Yeah. I agree with Devon. I think Auden is going to win this simply because I'm not sure how technically good the Korean Hulk is. I think that from what I saw, his wrist looked a little small and his hands looked a little bit smaller. So I think that's going to
Mhm.
be a vantage point for Auden to attack, especially because he's, going always in a kind of open top roll kind of position, or King's move even. And I think that the Korean Hulk's lack of experience in matches and even technical knowledge is going to definitely be a massive disadvantage for him. And even if he pins Auden once, I think he's going to get more tired out. And Auden it just has so many more like other lanes open for him that he can, fight in, where the Korean Hulk doesn't know anything. So I think just Auden is going to destroy him.
Okay, Dino is asking you, Reno, greetings from Warazdin. I wish you good luck. And to you, Devon, you need to win in 105 class, the 3 division champion. Let's go.
Hi, Dino. Thanks for the support.
No, no, because he already won the 115 in the past. So when he wins this one, so he will be winning the 3-1. So he didn't mean that to win 115 again. Obviously,
Ah,
you like you took it on yourself, right? You thought that he was wishing Devon
No,
good luck
no,
again.
I was just. I mean, he's from Varaždin, so I know the place. I was just thanking him for the support. I wasn't actually thinking that he was talking about my match against Devon.
Okay, okay. Because him to win the 115 again, he needs to win 105, and then he needs to beat the winner of the UN Sago, and you said that
Yeah.
you will beat. Yeah, so I thought that you made a fast calculation.
No, 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 no. I'm not
Okay,
thinking that far ahead.
okay, Billy Bob. If Brian Shaw trains for 3 weeks, 3 weeks, can Levan win? Okay,
3 weeks.
yeah.
3 weeks.
3 weeks.
What
That's
you
a
3
say?
weeks.
too many
Come
questions.
on, come on. Nothing gets done in 3 weeks, guys.
Okay, tell us Rob Vision versus Nugo.
Nugo.
Oh, this is not even, I think, a question. I mean, Nugo is going to win for
Nugo's
sure.
Nugo's. I love Nugo. Man, that guy is awesome. I love watching Nugo.
It's
This
like
guy is
he's
such a fighter.
it's like he's connected to a car battery. He's just crazy, crazy guy. He constantly like mocks me and wants me to have a match with him. I'm sure that the time will come for that as well. But
Me
Wow,
too.
can you believe that? It's incredible. Yeah, there are so many match possibilities. When I started organizing East versus West, like some people, they were saying, "Engin, you are putting so many elite matches in one card, we will run out of matches." And I said, "No, you give more chances to people, there will be more possibilities because every result of this event will create the new, possibilities." Yeah,
yeah,
go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead, man.
absolutely, absolutely. And I think Nugo is just going to crush Rob. I don't know. Rob kind of, whenever he's on the table, at least for me, he kind of seems intimidated by his opponents. I don't know. He's just like Nugo doesn't care who's across the table. He just wants to hit, and get into his position and like completely, destroy you on the table. So I think that's going to be a massive advantage for him.
I believe that Nugo in his mind, except the super heavyweight guys, he would go every match by 100% believing that he's gonna win.
Yes,
Nugo
yes,
looks that type of guy.
absolutely.
If Nugo is pulling Devon, I don't think that he will be intimidated at all.
No, no, no,
No.
no, no, he wouldn't.
Could
Uh,
He's
be
just
could be my first
crazy.
could be my first Georgian win.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
pull only 2 Georgians, right? Not so many.
Gennady, and
And Levan.
Levon.
Yeah.
So I need. I don't know. Maybe give me Bet Killy or I don't know. I don't know.
Listen,
No.
105,
Bacho, Bacho.
105, you versus Betkili. Trust me, good match.
Oh, I know. I know.
That guy at 95 kilo, he beat Kaino. Imagine him being 105, and he's tall guy, very tall guy. He's like 6'3".
So he's pulling Oleg, right?
Yeah.
Rematch.
Yeah, Oleg beat him before. Oleg top
I
rolled
know.
him, but he
I
hardly
remember.
beat him. But
I
this
remember.
time,
I think it's different now.
I mean, Oleg, there was also the return of the Oleg after the injury, the accident. So I am sure that right now Oleg is also better,
Yeah.
and Betkili is also much better. The
I
Betkili
feel
that
like
I
that
know,
Gilly's a lot better.
yeah, Betkili that I know for many years, pulling WAF and Europeans, a very tall guy, very skinny looking guy. This time, it
Oh
doesn't look
yeah.
skinny. Yeah,
No, no,
yeah,
he's gotten much better. Like the way he pulled Tane off, that
yeah.
was total domination. Total domination.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he because he's tall, long arms, he has good reach as well. He versus some of the 105 guys will be great, yeah.
Yeah.
Dino doesn't stop asking or saying, yeah, I mean 105, he will win. But one young guy is going to stop him in 115 kilo. Who's gonna stop Devon in one? Oh, Sago, okay, okay.
You
Yeah, yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah. I don't
so
think Sago is that young. I don't know how old Sago is.
let's just say imaginary land. Okay. Say we both win.
Yeah.
Say we both win. When would you want to do your first defense? And who would you want it to be against?
Of course, you. Oh no,
Yeah,
no, 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 not you, not you, not you. He would want to he would want to have a permanent belt, so he would avoid pulling you just to have two other wins so that he
yes,
can
yes,
have the
yes. So I
I
can
thought
have the
that you
belt.
you would disagree with me and you are saying yes, yes, yes.
No, I'm joking.
Mm.
I'm joking, of course. I don't know. As soon as I don't know. As soon as it's possible. I don't really
Okay.
have anything after King. I mean, East vs. 15. I don't have really anything until.
How about beginning of February? But who knows? Maybe I'm gonna set Petrenko versus Tago match.
Yeah, who knows?
Who
But they
knows?
might both be losers. They might both have lost.
Yeah, yeah. But I don't think
Maybe.
that's maybe in some alternate universe, not in this one. I'm afraid.
We will see. We will
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
Reno, how do you like my stream pod performance in the WhatsApp group?
Your what performance?
Pod stream, like
I
like
don't.
starting things. Sago said
Ah,
this
yeah, yeah,
about you
yeah.
and this and that.
It's all right. It's all right. It's not too bad. I think you need to work on it just a little bit more, but it's good. It's good. It's
But do you
good.
realize that suddenly everyone goes at each other? In the group.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. One starts, then the other. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good.
yeah, yeah,
It's good.
yeah. I
Get
like doing
something
that.
going.
Yeah. Otherwise, it's boring. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, of
Let's go
course.
to another match. Kamil Yablonski versus Corey West. Corey stays quiet, but he privately sends me some photos. I don't want to share. The guy is like before he looked very big, strong guy, but now he doesn't look that way anymore. Of course, he's still big, but he looks muscular.
I
Hmm.
Devon,
saw that photo.
More defined.
do you think that with some speed on the sideway, he has chance against Kamil?
He definitely got a good chance. Definitely. Yeah.
Hmm.
He's definitely got a good chance. I have to think he's the underdog. I do. But he's definitely got a chance. And the thing is with Corey, I still think that when he shows up, he's getting better and better still. I think he's new enough in his career that he's continuing to take big steps forward. And I got a feeling he's gonna have a very good day that day. And Kamil Jablonski he's really serious left-handed,
I mean,
especially.
you saw
So
him against Laletin. I mean, there was possibility that Kamil could have won that
yes.
super match. If he was
Yeah.
little bit like careful, now he
Yeah.
was number one. And do you know what?
Yeah.
I think Kamil is the guy that who has the highest chance to beat Vital Laletin amongst all
Yeah.
others. Yeah.
I agree. I agree.
Left-handed for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, left-handed we are talking about. Yeah, because like
Yeah.
a lot of people thinks that unofficially Vitali is number one. I see this as a kind of little bit disrespect to Morozov because they are gonna pull the next match. But let's see. And what do you think,
Yeah.
Reno, about Kamil versus Corey West?
I don't know. I as well. I have Kamil as the favorite in my mind. Definitely, I think he's faster than Corey, and I think if he catches Corey off guard even a little bit, I think that's going to be very difficult for Corey to defend. I don't know how, because the only match that I have in my mind is like with Corey that I really like watched and followed really carefully was his match against Morozov, but that was on the right hand, and
No, Morozov
from
was
the
the left arm.
with Corey.
Yeah.
Okay, but
It,
still,
it was kind of like real
yeah,
domination.
yes, total dominance. I don't know how good Corey is at defending when he's in some kind of a nasty position because from what I saw, it just didn't look like he had the technical knowledge to kind of get out of those kind of difficult situations. So definitely Kamil is the favorite in my mind, and I think he's faster.
Mhm.
And he's really really good on the left hand, and I mean we will see, but Kamil is in my
Mhm.
mind the favorite.
Dino says Devon needs to come to Croatia. And
Dobar dan.
Practice
Kako se-
full. No,
yeah,
you know a little bit of it. Nice, nice.
GB19 says Engin, will Michael Todd versus Gennady winner pull Hermes? If Hermes is ready, yes, that is what is planned. Yeah.
Isn't
And
Hermes like cutting weight for something? Is he's a lot lighter than he was before?
no, I think the other day I talked with him on WhatsApp with video call. He
Yeah.
said he was like 124 kilo. Yeah, a little bit lighter,
Eh,
but if he doesn't have a match, no need to really.
Maybe he's
yeah, of
going.
course.
Maybe he's going for 115.
I don't think he wants. I
No, I
don't think.
don't think so.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, let's go to the next one. Georgi Svetko versus Sergey Kalnichenko.
Kalinchenko.
Wow.
Oh, a
Kalnichenko looks.
controversial pick.
Kalnichenko, remember when he pulled against Arif, he was very big. But this time, what I see on social media, I think he is even bigger than that. And soon you will see in real. But you remember, have you seen Georgi Svetko in Moldova, Reno?
Huge.
No, I haven't seen him. I think he was there for 1 or 2 days only for the
Yes, yes,
juniors.
early days. You came for the senior, so you didn't see him.
Yeah,
But
only.
I have never seen him this big either.
You
So
mean
these
like
guys,
weight wise or just like huge frame?
like the muscles, like the shoulders, trapezius, forearms, everything. He was like a bulldog.
Like a bull, like a bull. Yeah.
Yeah.
In my mind, I think Tsvetkov is going to win this, even though I think Sergey has a good shot. But the only thing that I see stopping Sergey is his endurance. I think that's the biggest issue with him, and especially when they go both top roll. Even if Sergey takes 1 or 2 rounds, I think Svetkov is going to outlast him regarding stamina and endurance. So I think
I
Svetkov is going to
remember
win.
Georgi's stamina against Devon. Devon, like during the match, he exhausted Georgi, but every round it starts, Georgi was still like near
Yeah,
fresh. Again, put Devon into the bad position.
yeah. So that's
So,
definitely that's why I'm thinking. And Sergey lost his match against Geranov because of stamina. He lost his match. He almost lost to Matt Mask as well because of stamina, and endurance. And who else was it?
Baba, he's not the
Arif.
same guy. Trust me, he's not the same guy. Totally different guy. He's just like he was like a heavyweight guy. Now he's a super heavyweight guy. This Zarano is not the same guy either. Nobody is the same. Nobody. If you tell me, Engin, you get in good shape, and then pull the Samusha first time or first 3 time came to East versus West, I would give very good chance. But the Samusha that became like someone right now is just like every event they are becoming like. Do you think that Desarano is the same Desarano? The guy is different.
No, for sure not. But I don't know, even if they're not the same people or the same guy, I don't think that weight that he put on or strength I don't know how much that will benefit his, endurance. It might benefit his start and everything, but how does it affect his endurance? I don't know.
Okay.
I think
And go ahead, Devon. Sorry.
I think very good match, and I think that the key is going to be versatility. That's what I think, and I think that Kalyanchenko may have gotten himself strong enough where he can stop the match. Okay, I think he might be strong enough, and if he is, I think his versatility, he can press, he can flop, he can do more things. And Georgie has probably one of the best, if not the best, top roll.
But only one way.
Has a hard time getting his shoulder involved or hooking or pressing. So if Sergey can wedge in, I don't know. I think you'd be a good match for him, Reno.
Me and Sergey.
No, not Sergey.
Oh no,
Svetkov.
Svetkov. I don't know. I tried many years ago. I mean, many years ago. For me, it's many years ago. It's like 3 years ago. I tried pulling with him in the on after pulls. After Europeans, my first ever Europeans, and it was an absolute nightmare. I mean, only grabbing his hand is like holding something like it's just enormous, honestly.
Yeah,
And
yeah. He has big
that's
hand.
one of my one of my like biggest issues, my hand size. And so it would be a good match, but maybe a little bit postponed for the future. So
Reno, I have pulled guys in 60 kilo had bigger hands than you have.
yeah, I know. So I mean, Rustam is one of the examples that I can use, of course, for someone with small hands that made a very good career, and he was incredible. He was always able to force people into a hook.
His hand
So
is bigger than yours, my friend.
yes,
Oh,
but that's but that's something that I'm kind of reassuring myself about. So it's okay that I
Devon,
have small
Devon,
hands.
you said that you never handshake with Reno, right?
Rustam Babian.
Just listen. When you come Istanbul, just handshake with him, and then just for a second, just hold his hand in your palm and look at it for 1 second, and then you won't believe that how this guy is doing all those things with this such hand size. You will be like, it's not
Okay,
possible. Yeah.
good look.
Yeah, my hand is very comfortable for people. I think that's one of the things maybe that off puts them in the start of the match. They think it's okay, but I am able to cup them in.
No, some people say that Engin is roasting Reno. No, that was a compliment. He has small hand, and he is winning the WAP wars in 110 kilo. And like it is very very hard thing to do with such hand size. Anyway, so okay, let's go to the Alex Kurdecha versus Artyom Morozov. This match is also very interesting. Only 4 months ago, I think people were thinking that, or 5 months ago, they were thinking that Alex Kurdecha is the guy to beat Levan Saginashvili. So, and then after his match against Jerry, now people has their doubts. And Morozov also lost against Vitali. It was a dominant win. And these two guys have big dreams, but like they can't afford to lose again if they really want to be in the conversation.
I think Morozov.
But can you explain to me, like I'm not saying Morozov or Alex, but can you, when you say something like this, can you explain how you
Sure,
imagine the match?
no problem. Okay, so first of all,
Hmm.
when I look at them and when I see the timing, so I find that timing is an issue. Okay. Now, when you look at like world level guys, it's probably ideal that they have a few months between matches. This is probably ideal. Okay. Alex just had a big match. Okay. He just came over to Canada. He's back competing. The time structure is not perfect for him. Morozov, I feel, has had a better preparation.
Mhm.
Morozov looks incredible. Like to me, when I see pictures, when I see him training, Morozov looks really, really good right now. And I don't think that that Kardeccia will show up in better shape than he was against Jerry. I don't expect him to be better. I expect him to be the same or maybe a bit worse. That's what I think.
How the match
So-
is going now? Referee said, "Ready, go." Where should Morozov go? Where should Alex is gonna go fully outside?
Well, I think that they'll both go outside. I think that both of them will go outside, and Alex will be a little bit more offensive, and Morozov will be a little bit more open and potentially, try and stop the match in some kind of a more open position. But I don't think he should try and hook him. I think he should, kind of open top or, let it post on his arm and see if he can stop the match. And I think if he can achieve that, he'll win. Okay. And I think that I think he's strong enough that he will be able to do that. I think it'll be a great match, but also for me, look at they both are similar, like in their level, I believe. But I think that if there's an endurance favorite, it has to be Morozov. And I'd even give the edge on versatility to him as well. So Alex has to be, in my mind, a significant step stronger, and I don't think that that's the case.
Okay, you are saying that Morozov is more versatile.
Sorry for interrupting you, Engin. My phone is about to die, and I don't have a charger. So,
Okay.
thank you for inviting me, guys, and
Take care
I
of
hope you have a
yourself.
good night. Yeah. See you guys.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Yeah. Okay, Devon, let's go this quick and
Hey,
then.
that kid's amazing, eh?
Yeah. He's a good guy.
When I think about this guy, look, I know that we're not supposed to make John Brzenk comparisons. I know we're not supposed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does, like, he's already awesome, and he's been from a young age. Like, I feel like this generation's John Brzenk. I don't know. Like, I feel like
John Brzenk is like this. It may be like a more like Jerry Cadorette, Like John Brzenk, what made John Brzenk is
more control. But
I mean, like the hand control that you understand. I mean that
John Brzenk had incredible hand control. But at the end, to me, it's about winning. And Reno's resume at 20 is very nice. And I mean, say, oh, it's different nowadays or it's not different. I think it's harder to win the WAF, the way, like, the WAF's harder to win now than it was, 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Jerry Cadorette, when he was 22, 23, he won the WAF because he didn't compete before. And he also took second place to Gary Goodrich at the Yukon Jack. So he was also at that time, the Yukon Jack was toughest event, tougher than the even WAF.
But nothing like West. Nothing like East first.
No. There has never been something like this at this level. Yeah.
So for
he's incredible. He can also pull in different ways as well, Reno. But there is unfortunately that the hand you will see not that big. Like John's hand is just, really heavyweight hand. Even when he was 85, 90 kilo, you held his hand. He is really,
and
big,
right?
and also big hand. Everything is meaty and big. I don't think that he ever had a problem to have a grip on. He even hook Clifton, hold him low and get him in hook. About that. You are saying that Morozov is well rounded and he has better. Do you remember when you pulled Dave Chaffee in the same event? Morozov was pulling against Corey West. And do you remember his physical shape? He was like incredible big. And after that, he was gonna pull Levon, and he had the stomach issue, and then he kind of got much smaller. But the Morozov we saw today is like very similar to that shape. I see him. I don't know what you think. So do you think that this Morozov made you think different than people expected, or after the Larratt match you cut your hopes about him being a challenger to the top?
No, definitely not. I think Morozov's really smart. I think he's a brilliant guy, very funny guy. And I think, unfortunately, he had a date with Levon, and, and he was going all in, and he ended up hurting himself a little bit. And I think that I I think there's a probably really good chance that he's probably rebounded fully from that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that he was on a trajectory for that world title shot. He was on a trajectory. Now, Vitali's incredible. And I think that technically he went about that in a really weird way. I mean, trying to hook Vitali is, I don't know. I couldn't imagine trying to hook Vitali, especially outside of the straps. I would think that this would be completely crazy. So I think technically he didn't really have a good answer for Vitali. I think that
I think he could do better. I think he
I
put
think
so
so.
wrong. I mean, can you imagine that Vitaly is such an explosive guy from start to the pin pad, and Morozov, okay, hook was a mistake, and then he tried to go outside. And like, how can you start like without loading fully against Laletin while he is, because Morozov is someone that slow, he catches people right here and then he wins the match. And then you're
Yeah.
gonna be that slow and you're gonna pull probably the most explosive super heavyweight, and then you're gonna start without fully loading. Like Hermes loaded so much, then he barely stopped him right here, Vitali, and you're gonna start, and you will be. Hermes is not a slow guy, but
No.
Morozov slow. How he had to do a lot of loading, give his 100% before the goal, so that maybe he would stop here. But if you try to do like 80% and try to match Vitali's explosiveness, of course, that the next thing you will see that your hand is on the pad. I think
Not
it will.
best technical performance, not the
No.
very best.
No.
Yeah, for sure he's one of the guys that's going to be closing in on that world title if he can. We'll see. I have him as favorite. I have him as favorite to win.
Okay, and the last match, there is the guy that he's gonna go outside with you. He's gonna go far hand, like far side of your hand, but he can't top roll, and then he will suddenly switch and then do the dead wrist pressure to far side of your hand, and will be the biggest upset in the history. Leonidas Arcona 4, Devon Larratt is 0.
No. Listen, I'm happy that he accepted this match. I'm happy that I get to do this. It doesn't, the great thing about it is, so I started really to prepare, when I got the call for Chance. Okay. So I had a few days, start thinking about getting serious before Chance. Since Chance, it's been an uphill, and it's going to keep on going all the way up until I face Petrenko.
Mm-hmm.
And this here in the middle, this is no interruption. This is just training. For me, this is a training match. I'm going to go in. I have no stress. Engen, easy day for me.
How did this, listen, he accepted first John match, and then when I reach him and offer him about the Devon match, he accepted the both matches. Do you think that after his win against Schoolboy, he kind of was like, okay, I trained a little bit, look what I did already, and now I have more time. And do you think that he underestimated? But I will tell you something. If John didn't have all that knowledge and experience in his head, Leonidas would beat him that day. John won because of his unlimited experience and knowledge. He pushed his limits, and then he did everything perfectly, find that small hole, and then made that hole bigger against Leonidas. Yeah, Leonidas was very strong.
Really good.
Yeah.
But it's not going to be the same with me. I don't think that he has anything on me. I don't think he's stronger. I don't think he has better endurance. I mean, we don't even need to talk about technique. I don't think there's anything where he really has me. So I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be really fun. I'll teach him a bit of a lesson, and he's going to give me. I get to put a tattoo on him afterwards.
The interesting part is that you got so scared of him and you had to gain weight up to 260 just because Leo. When we all know that you have a 231 match against Petrenko, and you gain weight to 260 just for Leo. Why is that?
Well, I just Jody cooks so well. Jody takes such good care of me that I really should be 300 pounds, but
Listen, how we never see you 300 pounds when you even have a super heavyweight match. You almost reached the weight that you, when you pull super heavyweight, you were like 260, 64, 264 when you pull against Hermes. And now you are like 4 or 5 pounds, maybe 6 pounds behind there. Yeah. Anyways, there is
Well,
another one. Dino says, look, we need you again back at 85 kilo. They said, I missed another super chat. Oh, okay. Sorry, this one. Reno, if Devon coach, give him Georgie. Okay, sorry, he left. I missed that one. Sorry about it. Anyways, so you're gonna beat him, huh? You're gonna beat Leonidas? Yeah.
oh, Engen. I feel silly even talking about it. Like,
You feel
really.
you feel disrespect? You want me to talk like this?
Look at, I mean, I'm happy to look at. I like to go to these things. I love to go to King of the Table. I love to go to East versus West. If someone wants to give me an easy match, oh, I'll take it. I'll take it. No problem. No problem at all. That's to me, I think easy match. I think fun match. I think I'm gonna kill him. I think I'm gonna kill him. He's got like what, 3 years of arm wrestling? How good can he be? How good can somebody be in 3 years? 4 years?
I mean, he is probably taken very seriously for last 1 year, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
yeah.
on. Like, look it. I love the guy. I love Leonidas. I think he's a great guy. Charming dude. Really like to spend time with him. But on the arm wrestling table, like he has many years of work to do. I think. I think he
Uh-huh.
has many years.
A quick question. Will you be surprised? Would you be surprised if somehow Cesaro beats Lalatin?
No, I will be surprised, but it's this
It's very
guy.
possible.
This, oh, the Zernov. I mean, you can tell me this because I was talking about the Zernov the other day. Now, I think I may have got it wrong, but I heard that he went to the Worlds his first year, and did he win?
I don't know
Or
about
was
the
it a
first year, but in 2019, he was 110 kilo. He beat Ivan Matushenko right and left.
he'd been pulling before that?
Yeah, he has. He had. Yeah, he was pulling, and he had some wins against Vitaly right and left.
Right. Did he pull WAF his first year?
I don't remember which one was his first year because I have seen all of these guys that I mean, for many years, like many years, like I like first my first walk was 1993, and since then, like I have seen all these guys. I don't exactly remember when was exactly the first time I saw them, but this I don't know was really strong. Like just watch the 2019 WAF. He's beating Matushenko right and left, and beating Matushenko right and left, especially at WAF when there is test, is very very hard thing to do. And were you surprised? I was surprised the way he beat Revas. I thought that first round we thought the strap it would be nightmare for the Zarano, and he just right away at the middle of the table he hooked Revas, and it
I
was
thought
like 165 kilo Revas. What do you say?
I thought Rivas was going to win that match.
Yeah, I thought that he couldn't. GB19, my friend, I can't see the top of the chat. Please, right here, without super chat, I will read it. Please. Yeah, I thought that especially the early rounds, I thought that maybe with Endurance he would stop him, but he just right away dominated him in hook, in the top row.
Yeah,
Trust me, I can guarantee you one thing: the Zarano is probably stronger than Laletin, except the hand. And of course, Pronadra is good, but the horsepower he has much more. If he stops that match, it will be very hard.
Zernov is one of those people who has such obvious strength around him. Like sometimes I find when I get close to people like the Zernov, I can really sense it. Like you can really sense his overall strength, his overall genetic strength. I think he's probably even in like the group of East versus West athletes, so very
Mhm.
he's even in that group genetically very, very strong.
Yes.
Very, very, very strong human being.
Yeah, I want you to, when you see him in November, just remember, I want you to say hello and hit his back like this. You will
Yep.
see that you will feel like you're hitting a wall. Seriously,
Yeah.
like you will hit him and he will not move even 1 centimeter. You will think that he is concrete, you know, he just like he doesn't even move. Yeah.
He's very special. That guy is very, very special.
Yeah.
He's really a wild card. If he beats Vitali, then I think he will beat everybody else in the division except for Levon.
Let's see a few two more super chat and then let's finish and then we can talk about the East versus West after the king of the table. Time Breh Zink says, Devon, how excited would you be for Arden versus Bacho? Devon's son versus Levan's son. Match of the century, but Bacho is not Levan's son. And then from here we can go. Yeah.
We still need some time. Bacho is in my mind, I'm closer to pulling Bacho than Arden is. Like, I think that there's a good chance that Bacho is like right at the top or like title shot.
You saw him
at like
against Reno. You saw him in Reno. He was almost beaten, but Reno, trust me, the worst guy for him. Yeah.
Well, they're asking Bacho and you. Yeah.
Well,
I said
Why?
just a little bit of time still.
Yeah,
Yeah. Little bit more time. Yeah, a little bit. And it was the worst, like because Batra is very strong hand and wrist, and Reno was diving into right his bicep, and he was the worst guy, you know. And the other super chat is GB19 is asking, do you have any updates on Dennis? Dennis probably gonna be ready next year about spring. And there is a possibility that he may come to the East versus West 15, but not sure. Very soon I will have an answer about that. You were saying something, Devon. Sorry, I cut.
I think you should pull Dave Chafee.
Yeah, it would be good. Yeah, but he's not. There's some guy just made a poster, and like we didn't make that. He made East versus West poster, and they shouldn't do that. If they want to make a poster, they shouldn't like make something that is look like, you know, we made it, because people may think this is real and then they may get disappointed. Yes, it may be a good match, but how can I set a match for Dennis when Dennis says that he is not ready and he cannot? So he will pull next year. Dennis is one of the icons, you know, he's one of the legendary pullers of our sport. So if we want him to be part of the arm wrestling in an active way, we need to make sure that he pulls in a level that fits him as of now. We can't really push him. You need to become the best while he's not ready. So it doesn't matter. He doesn't have to be best. And right now, Dave Chaffee is not at his best. So Dave Chaffee versus Dennis would be a good. But when both guys are ready, yeah. Anyways, Devon, thank you for sharing your time and opinions with us. And I wish all of you guys the best. I cannot only wish you the best because I'm the promoter, and I especially wish best to Leonidas. And he's gonna beat you with the dead wrist pressure, and it will be the biggest upset of the century. Yeah.
I feel
You
bad.
don't even let me to hype the match. You don't even let me to hype the match. Yeah.
I mean, come on. Like, don't buy King of the Table. Buy King of the Table to watch Auden. Okay. You can also watch me completely fillet him, lay him out like pieces of meat before barbecue. It's gonna be.
Do you know what? A lot of people buys the pay-per-view to watch you doing all these things that you are doing. And yeah.
I'm gonna completely. I will abuse him. I'll abuse him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Devon, and take care. Stay healthy, my friend. Yeah.
Thank
Bye. Maybe you get out, yeah, and then maybe I talk with the guys a bit. Okay, guys, any plans on East versus West in Canada? I mean, anything is possible. Anything is possible. Guys, okay, let's chat for like 5 minutes and then I also go away. I need to go train. I don't know if you can buy a t-shirt at the hotel, but yeah, I just answered it, but like Dennis is going to answer soon if he's coming or not. What do I think about Alijan? Win next match? I don't know. We will see. Alijan versus Ivan Matushenko will be a good one. Okay, guys, and take care. Take care, Neil. Take care, my friends. Yeah, David versus Vladimir. Incredible match, yeah. I have my own pronator training, my friend. Different trainings, not the ones that you see. Gene, yeah, it can come to South Africa as well. It's totally up to the conditions, venue, we need to find sponsors over there and things like that. What to think about Georgi Dizaronov? Georgi Dizaronov is a solid guy, very strong guy, very strong guy. I don't think Devon is gonna face Vitaly very soon. I think Devon wants to win the titles in 105 and 115, and then probably a year later from now, he will be pulling the super heavyweight. But he knows. I don't know if Travis is gonna compete his first race. I don't know how he is feeling. Oh, teach you how to train pronation. Okay, I need to make a video. Ustinov is very strong. Ustinov is very strong. Ustinov just won the WAF very in a dominant fashion. And now he will have his super match for the world title, but one category below. But he's not that far because he last year he won the not that he won, but he competed the WAF in 70 kilo. Thank you, Benji. Thank you, Phil. Just orders a second East versus West jersey. Chat, they are brilliant. Yeah. Thank you, Phil, for your support. Arsene Liliev, I don't have any updates. Good that you reminded me. Let me write him tonight. Yeah, I think I barely have time to train myself, and I'm like barely pushing myself to train. I lost so much size, but just slowly trying to get back. But I am very unhappy about the size that I lost. And okay, Alex Kurdecha versus Artem Morozov is a tough match. I think that Kurdecha is the one with probably better hand and wrist if he don't learn something new. But I think Morozov has more horsepower and better endurance, but we will see. Okay, Gagan says that Devon once said that Georgi Svetkov can beat Hermes, and now is that Kalina gonna beat Georgi? Yeah, but we don't know which way he's thinking, and also Kalina is getting bigger and better. Zerano probably weighs over 130 kilo. Okay, guys, let me go training. Thank you for being part of the podcast. And I miss to be at the stage. I don't know if I ever be good enough. Every time I start training, something happens to me in a health wise. And hopefully this time I can train without any accidents or health problems. But Let me go and train. See, forearm is coming, but the biceps are very small. Take care, guys.